Welcome back to the Journey to Leadership podcast. Leadership and management insights to engage, educate, and empower. The aim of this podcast is to provide leaders at all levels of organizations with the tactics and techniques to dramatically increase effectiveness, productivity, and results in their business. My name is Corey Atkinson, your leadership and performance coach, Vice President of Strategic Learning and Development at CSPN. And since these podcasts are for all of you, my listeners, I'd love to get your thoughts. If you'd like to get insight on a specific topic or situation, ask a question, or give us feedback on what you like or want to hear more of, please let me know. Please email me directly at Corey, Corey, at mycspn.com. And follow me on LinkedIn at Corey Atkinson. So, let's get started. Today, we're talking about culture. And when I say culture, I'm talking about a coaching culture. Jack Welch once said, "No company, small or large, can win over the long run without energized employees who believe in the mission and understand how to achieve it." It's just after 7 a.m. on a Thursday morning, and Leslie Fargas, my coaching client, is already getting down to business. Leslie was a focused and driven VP of marketing at a national financial services organization. She took a no-nonsense approach to business and was passionate about winning. Although she could be very direct in her approach, I really enjoyed working with her because she challenged me to challenge her. She slumps back in her chair and says, "Corey, my challenge is the executives. They want us to increase our customer engagement and customer success scores by over 40% from last year." "Why is this a concern?" I asked. "Since we've been working together for the past 2 years, Leslie, you've always been able to achieve your annual goals by the middle of the third quarter. I'm curious why you're so concerned with these numbers now." "No, Corey, I know. I have enjoyed the last 2 years. But now there are 3 new players in our primary market. And you know and I know that they're going to do whatever it takes to get our clients to switch over. And I know for a fact that one of the new competitors has hired one of my former team members from 3 years ago. And he is going to use all the same strategies that I showed him how to get customers. On top of that, because our secondary markets are slowing down, the executive team will not give me any more budget to drive these results. And on top of all of this, 2 of my go-to team members, Bree and Solomon, have just said to me that they want more opportunities as they're getting bored with their work and they want more challenges. I don't know what to do." I leaned forward in my chair and smiled. "Leslie, I know you know what to do. It's just, are you willing to try to do something different than you've done in the past?" She looked at me. "What do you mean?" "From what I'm hearing from your comments, it sounds like you're in what I like to call the 3C triangle." "3C triangle?" she asked curiously. "Yes. The 3C triangle in business is what I refer to as context, content, and contact. Context is your environment. Where are you doing the business? Content is who are you, your mission, your values, your behaviors. And contact are your contacts, the people that you need around you to be successful." "So why is it called the 3C triangle, Corey?" "Well, I called it the 3C triangle because it's very similar to the Bermuda Triangle or the fabled Bermuda Triangle. You know, where ships and planes would always disappear. If you're not clear on your strategies or your business plans, you can easily disappear into this triangle as well and not know where to start." "Well, Corey, I need your help. Where should I start? How do I stay out of this 3C triangle?" "Well, it's not really staying out of the 3C triangle, Leslie. It's more understanding it and then using it to your advantage. And given what you're telling me and what I'm hearing, it sounds like one of these is really impacting your mindset right now. Do you know which one it is?" Leslie sat back for a moment. "So my leaders want me to do more. We've got new competitors in the marketplace. And some of my team players want new challenges. I'm thinking it's contact, Corey. Or no, wait. It's context. My environment's changing. Exactly, Leslie. Your environment is changing. And what I'd like for you to consider is that if we're going to manage this new environment, something's got to change. So what should I do? Well, what I'd like to consider, or at least have you consider, is creating a coaching culture. Right? And if I may be blunt, your team's culture right now is one more of a, look, we're great, more than we are great or life is great attitude. As a marketing team, you well know, Leslie, all of your team members work well in your own victories. And you know there could be more teamness in the way that they work with other departments and other groups. Leslie was quiet for a moment. From our past conversations, I knew she was reflecting on some of the situations where she had to step in and coach or guide her team on how to show more flexibility working with the other departments and other teams in the organization. But Corey, I already make sure that everyone knows that I have an open door policy, and I'm always available for coaching conversations when the team needs me. What do you mean by creating a coaching culture? I'm already always coaching them. I know you do coaching when needed and as regular as possible, and that's great. But what I'm thinking is that with your current challenges, more results for the executive team, keeping your clients loyal so the new competitors don't take them away, and increasing the engagement of your team, we're going to really have to consider a new approach. But before we do you remember how I defined coaching when we first started working together? Leslie flipped back through her notes. Oh yeah, here it is. You said, Corey, coaching is the process of helping others enhance their effectiveness in a way that they feel helped. And you made me underline, they feel helped. Nicely put, Leslie. That's exactly it. And so what I'm talking about when it comes to creating a coaching culture is to build on that. Now, this is not a new concept for many organizations, but those that integrate this in the mindsets of their team members and the organizational strategy find that it is making a true impact on the team or organizational development process that ultimately creates high performance, which is what you need now. Leslie made some notes in her notebook. You see, a coaching culture, Leslie, is present when every team member courageously can engage in what I would call candid, respectful coaching conversation. All unrestricted by reporting relationships. The focus in creating a coaching culture is that everybody can improve their working relationships and individual and collective work performance together. The team or the organization truly learns and values the effectiveness of using feedback as a powerful tool to learn and make change, producing personal and professional development in the end. Ultimately, true coaching conversations create continual learning opportunities, increased performance, and even a better internal and external customer experience. Leslie shook her head. Wow, you're right. I think that's what I need to do. And what's best about this, Leslie, is that it doesn't require more money or for you to totally obliterate your competition. It requires a greater focus on self and, of course, your team. Now, there are a couple of key steps, actually 3 key things that you're going to want to consider, Leslie, as you roll out this coaching culture to drive performance. The first one is about positivity. And when I mean positivity, I mean having positive role models. Organizational cultures take their cues from you, the leader, Leslie. And you're the ones who set the tone and the pace and expectations for what is right and what is wrong, and what is acceptable and what is not. You see, when leaders become more skilled in coaching or become more skilled coaching practitioners, they can truly transform their leadership skills. And creating a coaching culture helps us create an applied leadership model that requires the best of us or to bring out the best of us in others, ultimately resulting in more passion, more collaboration, and more targeted action. Leslie shook her head. Positive role models. I can do that. Good. The second one is the flow of information in all directions, up, down, and laterally. In a coaching culture, Leslie, coaching flows effectively and with respect in all directions from all parties, making that internal web of communication and opportunities much clearer, easier to operate on, easier to take advantage of. And this happens across departments, between teams, across locations. And the key to all of this is that there's a rich flow of ideas that are establishing explicit coaching relationships. It's very powerful. Now, one area that you're going to want to focus on is what I like to call peer coaching. And that's where we all want to place a little more emphasis when creating a coaching culture. Coaching relationships that are based in peer relationships across organizations can help establish and support more dialogue, more learning, more problem solving. So becoming coaches for one another will help make this shift to this coaching culture easy because it'll help things be more safe, it'll inspire trust, and build on the rapport that people already have amongst each other. Leslie jotted down a few more notes in her notebook. I like that, Corey. Peer coaching. That could really save me a lot of time. Yes, it can. And the third one is, of course, energy. You see, effective coaching, especially from a team or organizational point of view, creates energy. It creates an atmosphere of we can do this that builds on or enhances relationships amongst individuals and teams and departments and takes them to the next level. What I've noticed when organizations really focus on making coaching a part of their everyday, traditional boss, subordinate, who's in charge, tenure kind of ideas are transcended. It moves beyond those things because it realizes the power of collaboration. You want to create a high performance culture naturally. And so to do that, one of the key things that I'm sure you're well aware of, Leslie, is people need to feel that they're part of something larger than themselves. That's a part of just the human experience. And an enhanced feeling of connection occurs because teams make a concentrated effort to open up dialogue and explore where they're coming from and how we can work together better. And if everybody focuses on creating this connection, trust directly goes up. Problem solving takes a lot less time. You see, what's great about creating a coaching culture and energy is that everybody starts to have a certain belief that I'm not here just for me. There's a belief and there's an unspoken ideology that all members of the team work for the same company. They are part of the same team. And when you know what's happening, Leslie, is when you know everybody realizes I can't win unless everybody wins. My job is to make my teammates successful. And when that's happening, you've got the energy. I could see that Leslie was thinking through what I was sharing with her and was reflecting on what she had been doing and what she could do more of. She made a few more notes on her notepad, looked at me and said, Corey, I can do this. I said, yes, you can. Leslie, you're already somebody who believes in the dimensions of leadership, understands the importance of building trust. You pretty much got 2 out of the 3. Your challenge will be getting other VPs on board and ensuring that your team members have the skills, the mindsets, and the habits to make this happen. I'm going to work on this, Corey. Thank you so much. I'm happy to tell you that within 2, maybe 3 of our coaching sessions, Leslie was already seeing some results. Her 2 go-to people were much more engaged, and she was not having the same challenges she expected from her customers because they remained loyal because they knew who she was. Corey's comments. You see, if an entire culture has a shared understanding of how to coach and, of course, why we're doing this, then conversations will be much more candid, respectful, and impactful for everybody. People will learn how to connect better and communicate more effectively, allowing an organization to move more quickly and with less resistance. At the end of the day, for those who've been coached or those who have coached, we probably would all agree that coaching speeds up personal and team learning all the time. And that's what this is about. It's creating that opportunity for people to learn and teams to learn to then overcome any of the challenges that a business faces. As I said earlier, no company, small or large, can win over the long run without energized employees who believe in the mission and understand how to achieve it. The ability of leaders today to create what I would call a coaching culture that promotes high performance are some of the key steps that they must take on their journey to leadership. That is our podcast for today. Hope you truly enjoyed it and found it helpful. Creating a coaching culture is no easy task. And so there are a few other resources that I'd like to share with you to help you in making this happen. One, check out our 2 podcasts, one called Influencing Positively and Are You Followable? Both from 2019, which give insight into other aspects that you would need to practice to be able to create a coaching culture. And there are 2 articles that I've written as well that you could also check out. Please email me if you're interested. One is called The Building Blocks of Transformation and The Discipline of Listening. Also helps and provides some good insight on how to create that coaching culture. Please be sure to join us on our next podcast where we will be launching our Journey to Leadership interview series. Our interview next month will be with Heike Newman, Vice President of Human Resources, SAP Canada. SAP Canada is the winner of numerous awards around their culture, leadership, and is recognized recently as the most admired company to work for, one of the top ones, and even one of the greenest companies in Canada. Heike will be sharing with us some strategies that SAP uses on a national and international level to ensure that they incorporate their employees' values into their day-to-day business activities. Please be sure to join us. You won't want to miss it. As well, you can contact me directly through our website, mycspn.com. And when you go there, you will find information about our customizable learning and development options, coaching and consulting, and team building programs, and upcoming events and client success stories. As I'm sure you know, all of our podcasts are on our archives page on our website. So please go there to see what else we've been talking about. And of course, please do reach out to me on LinkedIn or email me directly at Corey, Corey, at mycspn.com. I love getting your thoughts, comments, and questions. And because community is key to our journey to leadership and life, I have a great offer for you, the listener. When you email me feedback on our Journey to Leadership podcast or provide some feedback on the latest podcast on my LinkedIn site, I will send you my CSPN Gotta See This, or Watch This, or Read This reading list. It's a collection of books, articles, blogs, and infographics and more that my clients and I have found extremely helpful for maximizing leadership, implementing management strategies, and delivering memorable experiences for clients, customers, and colleagues. So please email me your feedback and I'll send that list immediately. Once again, my name is Corey Atkinson, the leadership and performance coach at CSPN. I hope you really enjoyed listening, and I look forward to seeing you on your journey to leadership. Thanks for joining me. Have a fabulous day.